Hey.
All right, knock it out.
How's it going, guys? Slay with Bering Optics, one of our pro shooters here.
Daniel.
Good to see y'all. A lot of people here, and man, we're here to show the scopes. So
Start to finish, these are the low-end models to the high-end. These are all the rifle-type scopes. I'm currently wearing the Phenom 640.
640.
If you know anything about thermal, most guys are using these in pursuit of animals. A lot of times, I am avoiding them to and from the deer stand. In the states, you're allowed to use this stuff. Is how I enter and exit this deer stand undetected, because I can see these guys way ahead of they can see me, stay downwind of them. And then another thing that I use the handheld scanner for a lot too is in recovery. I personally have the Hogster LRF on my AR that I do a lot of predator and pig hunting with. For a guy that is not that technologically advanced, even I can set this thing up. But at the end of the day, I've used all the equipment on the market, and this stuff, price point and reliability, the fact that they send me it all the time, the best thing going today, baby.
Now, for a high-level hunter like yourself, would you still go with a built-in rangefinder, or would you opt out for that and spend less money because you know your ranges already?
So a lot of guys stick to just the Hogster without it, for the simple fact that the shots are relatively close. But if you're going to predator hunt, I would suggest the LRF, because what you'll notice with almost every optic on the market that's high-end optic, as that animal is truly in your effective range, which I know guys can shoot dogs at 400 or 500 yards, but when he gets in that effective range, when you're looking through it, he becomes from a white object to an actual, where you can see down to the features of these animals as they get closer, so you know they're in the range. I like the LRF, I'm initially looking at it to see where he is, but when he's in range, I'm looking at crosshairs.
Good deal, good deal. Now, I heard you overheard you're primarily bow hunter.
98% bow hunter.
So the handheld is obviously the way to go for you over a weapon mount, because you're not. I'm assuming you're not going to weapon mount that on a bow. It's going to be handheld.
No, I'm using this just to see who's in the vicinity.
Okay.
And in a lot of cases where we recover or look to recover an animal, especially bow hunting, they don't always drop on 9 times out of 10. They don't drop on the spot. If you got a rough blood trail, or if an indication rains, that animal's going to hold body heat for hours. And we actually recovered a deer this year that perfect shot, not a drop of blood, and I pretty much had given up on him. About 4 hours later, I found him with thermal.
Now, I was a big deer hunter up north in Michigan with my old man, and this is way before any of this cool stuff existed. You'd look for rubs, so where they rub their antlers in the trees. If a deer rubs up against trees, or a hog's moving through grass, will the heat signature stick on the foliage, or no, it won't?
That would have to be very recent. So I can tell you, as recent, if we had something I could put my hand on, you could literally put your hand on a cold wall here in the Expo and remove your hand, and you'll see that heat signature. But I would say I've followed blood trails an hour after a shot, where I've been going along and see some blood, and just for my own interest, look down and I can see the heat signature in here. It's extremely sensitive. I'll be in a cornfield, 200-acre cornfield, and see a field mouse at 400 yards.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, any heat check. If
no
it's
shit.
got a heartbeat, you'll see it.
What resolution would that be to see 400 yards out?
What resolution?
Yeah, is it resolution equals distance, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the one he's running is 384. So
384.
Not even the high ones. Not even the most detailed. So
Wow. Okay. Cool.
With that scanner. So it's pretty good. It's not terrible.
What if you dropped a hog like in tall grass? You could, if he's down in the grass, it would see through the grass.
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Not through the. No. There's something not through the grass. So it has to be able to. You have to have a clear line of sight. To see it, right?
Okay.
But I literally. So I was in New Zealand and Hawaii. And for you guys, if you're watching this, you ever been to Hawaii? They've got that cane grass. It's just real thick, lush, tall, sometimes head-high stuff. And we shot multiple hogs, but this one particular hog, I couldn't find him, and I could see kind of where he went. And when I was looking through the thermal, I saw my lighted knob.
No kidding.
Because
We're starting off. We're headed to outdoor channel. No, we gotta go.
The lighted, the lighted knob.
Y'all go
I
that
could
way.
see I could see it on the lighted knob.
The live knock, you can see it.
This is he's got a raw channel. We're raw.
We're raw, man. This is raw and footage.
Yeah, man. This isn't CNN, dude. No
All right, man. My name's J9. That's my channel. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, nice to meet you.
Daniel,
Thanks for the information, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get this professionally edited and then send it over, and then Bering Optics right here.
Bering Optics.
Bering Optics. Thank you very much. You guys have a good show, man. Have a good show.
You too.